Hey there, so ordering sides and angles in a triangle has to deal with ordering them from least to greatest or greatest to least. And the way you do that is actually pretty simple, but you have to understand that when you're ordering sides, you're taking a look at the angles. And when you're ordering angles, you take a look at the sides. And so that they kind of are interlocked with one another. The sides and angles tell us how big or how small something else is, okay? So let's take a look at some examples of this, all right? So in this particular problem, we're asked to order the sides of this triangle, okay, from shortest to longest. So that means we're looking for the smallest side and the smallest side to largest side. And to do that, we're looking specifically then, since we're looking at the shortest, we want to look for the smallest angle, okay? And so our smallest angle in this case is angle C, which is 40, okay? So since 40 is my smallest angle, what we do then is we actually look for what's across from that. So let me do a different pen. Let's see if I can get another pen to work. Different color. Cool. So what we want to do is we want to look specifically at what's across from that. So the side that's across from that angle is the side that's the smallest then. Okay? So when we order that side, we will say side or segment ED. Okay? And that's the smallest side then, okay? All right, now, what we do then is we look for the next largest angle. And in this case, it's going to be 60, okay? So since 60 is the next largest angle, we're going to look across from there. And we're going to check out what side that is. And that side is DC. So that means DC is the next largest side. And then finally, that means that EC, because it's across from the largest angle, will be the largest side. Now you may say, well, do I have to order them like that? Do I have to put like ED or can I put DE? Well, you can put DE, that's fine. But since this said shortest to longest, you have to put them like that, okay? Now sometimes they want you to put commas in between, or sometimes you will see them with the greater than, less than symbols, okay? In this case, those are less than symbols. It's telling us that the smallest is ED and the largest is EC, okay? So when we look at these things, sometimes, you can look at it and you're like, well, hey, I know that this is the longest side because it looks the longest. Well, don't assume anything because sometimes it may look like it, but your eyes may be deceiving you. So what you need to do is you need to take a look specifically at those angle measurements. Okay, whatever's across from the smallest angle is the smallest side. So let's do that with the angles now. Okay, let's take a look at another problem. Looking at this problem, we now know our side lengths, okay? We have 16, we have 14, we have 21. We want to order the angles, again, from smallest to largest. That means I'm going to look for my smallest side. My smallest side is 14, right? So that means that the smallest angle would be the one that's across from it, which is angle T, okay? So the way you'd write that is you'd say angle T, okay? And then we want to find our next largest side, which would be 16. Okay, and that means that the one that's across from that, the angle, would be our next largest angle. And then finally, 21 being the largest side means that the one that's across from that is angle R, and therefore the largest. And again, sometimes you have to put commas in between, or you may see less than symbols in between them. But regardless, that's the way that you order them. Now, if it asks you to order from largest to smallest, you just flip-flop those, right? You find the largest angle or largest side and find what's across from it. So whatever's across from those things tells us exactly the order to put them in. This is great. Pretty simple stuff. Hope that helps.